Hi, I am Dr. Melonie Boone, and welcome to another weekly update as founder of Boone Management Group. And so on this episode of A Founder's Unfiltered Truth, Building BMG, I wanted to talk about just some observations that I've made in the first few weeks. So as many of you know, this is not my first, second, or third time creating a business. And it actually is not the first time for Boone Management Group. Boone Management Group started as Complete Concepts Consulting in 2007. It changed its branding in, I believe it was 2009 or 2010. I ran it for about 5 years. And unfortunately, for many different reasons that I discussed in a previous video, I wasn't able to keep it going. And so fast forward 10 years later, lots of great experience. I got my PhD. I've helped many organizations from startup all the way to billion-dollar companies. And so now seems like a really great time to relaunch Boone Management Group, especially after being in a chief operating officer role for the past year and just really realizing, you'll probably hear me say this a million times, that I work really well partnering with people throughout my career, and this kind of solidified it. I don't do very well working for people. I really like to help business owners, help leaders, and I like to build myself. And I think when I took the COO role, I thought that that's what I wanted to be, because that's what I've aspired to be for a very long time in my career. But my aunt is my mom's twin sister. My mom passed about 5 years ago. I was chatting with my aunt and I was telling her this story about the whole can't work for people. And she's like, of course you can't work for people. Your mother couldn't work for people. I couldn't work for people. That's why we had our own businesses, and it kind of just runs in the blood. So that was a really funny kind of anecdote from my wonderful and amazing Aunt Jessie, who just actually solidified, that happened late last week, this week, that I'm on the right path, right? That I am kind of wired for this, and I was born to lead businesses and all of that good stuff. So one of the really interesting observations from this week, there's a couple things. I've been out networking, and networking used to be a necessary evil to me. Now I actually don't mind it at all. But I've been connecting with small business owners here in kind of the Rhode Island-y area, around Providence and South Kingstown, where I live. Anywho, as I'm talking to people about kind of Boone Management Group and the journey, one thing that I've always told people that I coached, but I'm starting to experience it now, is not everyone's going to see your vision or understand the direction that you're going in. So I had a couple meetings this week where I think they think I'm very, very young, and I appreciate that. My husband and I have been together since 1996, married since 2000. I have a 23, soon to be 24-year-old, and a 17-year-old, soon to be 18-year-old. But I know I just don't present as the 48-year-old with adult children. But one of the things that I found going out as I'm talking about these things is a lot of people give me this look of oh, you sweet young dear, trying to start a business. Let me give you all of the advice, and let me tell you how to do all of these things that you're talking about differently, because they just may not work, or they may not fit into a thing. And this is especially true if you're a founder of something that is kind of not even a newer concept, just different than what people are accustomed to. So when I talk about we don't work based off of project, we do what I call insourcing. So we become a member of your team, or you might get 3 of us. Right now I'm working with a client, and there are 3 of us working under this monthly retainer that is not astronomical. It's much cheaper than hiring these 3 separate people who actually have 10 different skill sets or more that are going to add value to the client. But when I'm talking through this type of stuff, it's oh, well, you should bill hourly. And did you ever think about this? And, one of the things that we're trying to do to differentiate ourselves is we don't want to be transactional, right? We really, really want to add value. We want to help businesses and leaders get results. We want to be a part of your organization. We're going to learn your industry. We're going to learn your people. We're not going to sell you things you don't need. I actually met with someone else who's he's doing really great. And I told him in the meeting, like, I don't really have anything to sell you, but I'd love to be a resource if you ever needed help or had questions, or if you're finding challenges with your leaders in this space, this is where we can help out. But it's very fascinating to me how for like a brief second, you start to second guess yourself. And for some people, it might actually be longer than a brief second. So when I was driving away from one of the meetings where the individual was kind of telling me all the things that are wrong with my ideas and how it's not going to work and how I should rethink this and that, I started to think, like, just really briefly, like, is this person right? Should I actually be rethinking this? And I think as a founder, we get a lot of that. Even those who are older, who look older, like, it doesn't matter. I think from an age perspective, I think that people might look at that idea and sometimes you feel like they're shitting on your idea, right? Like, that's how I felt a little bit this week. But then, you have to stay grounded in your vision and your focus for your business. And I love getting input. Don't get me wrong, I met with somebody who gave me a bunch of great ideas for sales. He talked about doing webinars because the conversion rate from people who attend webinars is 20% higher than, cold leads, and all of this really great stuff. So I don't want it to sound like all of it has been negative, but I think if you are a founder, a CEO, a business leader, you know that sometimes the negative can pull you down more than like the positive stuff that you get. So in this week, what I'm walking away with, this is week 5. What I'm walking away with is just, you got to stay true to your thing, but you also can't be closed off to the feedback. So I take the feedback in, I process it. I'll actually discuss it with members of my team to get like their thoughts on it. But the core of what I am trying to do for businesses is different, and it's going to sound different. It's going to make people feel uncomfortable. It's not new, right? Like, it may be new in the organizational sizes that I'm looking at, but this notion around leader development and assessment and actually pairing business strategy and HR strategy and these assessments and development pieces together as one, you don't typically see. But we all within the team here at Boone Management Group have the abilities to do these things. And what makes it so magical is that we're able to make impacts deeper within an organization than if we were to sell one of these things by themselves. And we can do just assessment, but even there, you're working with advisors, not coaches. Like, you're working with people who have been in these positions, who have worked C-suite roles, who have transacted operational improvements or transformations or all of that kind of stuff. So really my message in this unfiltered truth is, people may shit on your idea, and that's okay. But don't let it discourage you, and don't let it change like the direction you're going in. Test things in the market. I've been testing things with like diagnostic tools that we're offering online for free, and we're sending out these amazing assessment reports to people who inquire. And then we're having conversations with them about like, what was the impact of that assessment? You got the report, what did you think? So we're definitely testing things in the market, almost like we're a tech company. We're looking for minimum viable products and what that can look like. And then we're also trying to A/B test different things so that we can build what's going to be the most impactful for the clients that we work with. And then on the other side of that, we're doing really great work with clients. And so as you're going through your founder, your leader journey, just remember that, of course, not all ideas are good ideas. Listen to the feedback, but at the same time, don't let people steal your joy about what you're trying to do. Because being a founder, I've said this a million times, and I will say it again, like, being a founder can be very lonely. And sometimes you don't have a team like I do. I'm just really fortunate. The first time I did Boone Management Group, I was pretty much on my own, and I had like some interns and stuff working with me, but they didn't have the level of experience that I have today. So I do, I got a lot of great mentors and people who are helping me through this, from sales to video editing and all of that good stuff. So my videos are going to get better. I'm super excited about that new relationship that I started. But just keep going and, find your community. Reach out to me. I am LinkedIn, Melonie Boone. I'm also on Instagram, Melonie Boone PhD, or you can look at boonemanagementgroup.com, contact me directly. I would love to hear too, if you comment, like, what are some of the things that you're seeing in your founder journey? And this is for everyone. So, I'm not one that's going to go out and get funding or have seed rounds and all of that kind of stuff. I'm really building this from my own monies and resources and building clients to help support the business. But, I know there are other unique challenges when you are looking for funding. There's unique challenges when you're a woman founder. There's unique challenges when people don't understand your tech or what you're trying to do. So feel free to reach out. I'd love to build a founder community. I'd love to have guests on here as well. This is not just about me. I think the founder journey doesn't have to be lonely. And so I look forward to bringing you all more of the unfiltered truth while I'm building Boone Management Group. And thank you so much.